G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be going over how I went in round 26 and giving you a rapid review of the round. And then we are going to be giving you my round 27 tips, which is the final regular season round. That is crazy, but let's jump into it guys. Round 26, we got the Panthers and the Eels. I tipped the Panthers here. I thought at home they'd get the job done. Wasn't good enough. Parramatta were outstanding. Shout out to them. Their season is over, but they were brave in this game. You know what? They deserve all the praise for the performance they put in. But Para fans, you've got to ask, too little, too late? What the hell happened? Next up, we got the Warriors and the Dragons. Obviously, I backed the Warriors there. Did tip them 13+, but in my bold prediction video, I actually had the Warriors only scoring 20 points or less. So we got that one right technically, but the margin was wrong. All right, next up, took the Cowboys to beat the Dolphins. Look, I was hoping the Dolphins would win this game, but it wasn't to be. The Cowboys got the job done. That is a tick in the tip department, but would have loved to see the Cowboys get done here. I did tip them 1-12. They did win this one by 24. Next up, Storm over the Titans 37-16. Bit of field goal practice there for Cam Munster. Obviously, I backed in the Storm in this one. I thought at home they'd be way too good. Did tip them 13+, and they definitely delivered there, getting a 21-point win over the Titans. All right, next up, obviously took the Roosters to beat the Tigers. Again, like the Cowboys game, was obviously hoping the Tigers would win this one, but the Roosters far too strong, got the job done there by 24 points. Good win there for the Roosters as they push for a final spot. All right, the last of the Saturday games, Broncos and Raiders. This one I was very unsure of with Reynolds out and then Carrigan getting ruled out. I wasn't too sure on who I should have tipped, but I stuck with what I believed in. I thought Broncos would get the job done, and they did. Good win there for the Broncos. The Raiders, they're desperate for a win this weekend. If they don't win and the Rabbitohs and Cowboys do win, or even the Roosters, if the Cowboys, Rabbitohs, all Roosters win, like, they're gone. They're out of the 8. That's crazy. But, yeah, look, I think the Raiders have been disappointing. I don't think pretty much any of these 7 through to 10 teams really deserve to play finals footy, if I'm being completely honest. Next up, Manly, good win there over the Dogs, won by 18. Look, Manly were more dominant. They should have won this one by more. I did tip Manly. I think I tipped them 1-12, though. I thought the Dogs would put up a little bit more of a fight. And finally, Knights over the Sharks, 32-6. I thought this would be a 1-12 game. However, it didn't surprise me the Knights flogged the Sharks, to be honest. No Nico Hines. And the Knights are in red-hot form at the moment. They are missing Ponga for at least this week, I believe. So it will be very interesting to see how they play without him. But they also have the luxury of having Lockie Miller. So, you're still replacing Ponga with a quality NRL player. So there we go, guys. That is round 26, done and dusted. Now on to the round 27 tips. First game, Broncos against the Storm. Storm tend to play well at Suncorp Stadium, and they do have the wood over the Broncos there. I'd have to check head to head here, but I believe Storm are pretty good when they play at Suncorp. I know, they're, as of late, I think they've had the wood over the Broncos. Wins at this venue, Storm have actually won 77%, whereas Broncos have won 59% there. So, yeah, Storm look like the team that we need to pick in this one, especially with Renault and Carrigan out. However, it is rumoured, so we know Jerome Hughes is out. It's also rumoured that Cam Munster and Harry Grant may get rested in this game. So if that's the case, I think the Broncos win. But until the team lists get announced, I am going to back Storm in this one. Surely, wow, 79% tip of the Broncos there, which, on form, it's probably the right tip. But, look, I think Storm can get it done there. I really do. But depending on who's in and out, so that tip may change. And as always, guys, if I do change my tip, I will let you know down below in the comments. Next up, we got Manly and the Tigers. very interesting game. This is a game that I think that I think the West Tigers could win. However, Manly played pretty well last week against the Dogs. Yeah, they weren't, brilliant, but they were still good. And the Tigers, they were pretty poor against the Roosters. I think Seagulls get the job done at Brookie. I think they'll be too strong there for the West Tigers. Rabbitohs and Roosters. Obviously, I'm back on my boys here. I will be attending this game, so if you are going and you see me, come and say hi. I will be in the Burrow, so very excited for that. Look, I believe the boys can get the job done. I know there's been a lot of noise from the media and a lot of stuff going on at the club, but I'm pretty confident the boys can get the job done, so I'm backing them in. And hopefully, I'm either going to be drinking that night to celebrate, or I'm going to be drinking down my sorrows. So we'll see what happens. Next up, we've got the Warriors against the Dolphins. Look, even if the Warriors rest plays, I still think they'll be too good for the Dolphins. I think the team's just got a very good, some very good depth. I hope to see Kalani going this weekend. He has been outstanding in New South Wales Cup, so I would love to see him make a debut. But I'm obviously tipping the Warriors here. I think they will get a good win over the Dolphins. Next up, we've got the Panthers and the Cowboys again. This is a tip that could change when team lists are announced. However, for now, I'm tipping the Panthers, and I think they get a comfortable win over the Cowboys. Again, though, I will say if there are changes and the Panthers go with a lot of reserve grade plays, this is a game I could see the Cowboys winning. All right, next up, we've got the Dragons and Knights. Pretty simple tip. Knights, I know, Caleb Ponga is out, but Lockie Miller is a quality player. I think Knights get a top five finish there. They'll finish in fifth, in my opinion. Dragons have been brave, and it's the last game of the year, so I reckon they will keep it relatively close for the most part. But I still think the Knights get a 13+ win. Next up, we got the Titans and the Bulldogs. I think the Titans get a 18-point win to close out the season. I think at home they're going to want to give back to their loyal fans. And I think they really do put the sword to the Bulldogs this weekend. So I am going to tip the Titans in a big one there. And then, depending on what happens with Nico Hines, look, I personally still think the Sharkies get the job done over the Raiders. I think it'll be close. It'll be a 1-12 margin. But, yeah, I think the Sharks will be too good there over the Raiders on Sunday afternoon. All right. Round out the tips for round 27. Storm over the Broncos 1-12. Manly over the Tigers. I'm going to say 13+. Rabbitohs over the Roosters. I'm going with my gut. I'm going all in. I'm going to say no. You know what? I can't. I can't say 13+. I don't. I think this will be a very close game. I'm going to have to go 1-12. Warriors 13+ over the Finns. Panthers, if they're pretty close to full strength, I think they get a 13+ win over the Cowboys. I think they'll be disappointed with their performances over the last few weeks, and I think they will put the sword to the Cowboys. So 13+, Knights 13+, Titans 13+, and Sharks 1-12. Let me know who you've tipped down below in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.